What inspired you to start this business?
Okay, if I go back into the origin, having gone to a school, which was St. Xavier's School in Jaipur, which had a lot of people who came from business families, one got to understand that business was a good place to be. And somewhere, as one grew up, one said that, maybe business is a profession that one would finally make into one's career. So that's the initial inspiration. Along the way, I guess, coming from working, my father was accountant general, regular salaries. There wasn't that much by way of capital. And so you then decided, to do things where the capital wasn't very high, but there was, where one had initiative, drive, a lot of proactive behavior. And so that's what inspired me to get into the business that I finally chose to get into 38 years back.
What is your core business?
So basically, we provide the essential ingredient which makes companies grow. That is people. Essentially, our focus is at the CEO, CXO levels and in key positions, and that essentially has made the huge difference to companies. So if I go back into the past, although Pepsi was based in Gurgaon and we were based in Mumbai, they still decided to come in and utilize our services immediately after that Coke. Companies like Marico, we virtually helped to build from the ground there. Likewise, companies like Sun Pharma, Glenmark, Piramal's, Mahindra's. And if you go back and see the history, all of these companies have done phenomenally well.
What are the unique strengths of your company?
Basically, we spend a lot of time understanding the company's business. What's the structure? What are the type of business issues? What are the people-related issues that the company faces? And then what type of people best fit in, and then go out and reach out to such people who will go in and really come in and make the difference. We also spend a lot of time counseling and advising candidates to make sure that they start seeing their success coming from the contributions they are making, from the value they are adding, from the difference they are making. So not only do we do the exercise of getting the company the best available talent, we also work with that talent to ensure that they are aligned with what the company is looking for and are making their contribution and difference to the business.
What have been the major achievements of your company?
So if you look back, today there are large companies, very successful companies, but when they started, a lot of them were virtually startups. So whether it was Pepsi or Coke to start up, they came into India, or a company like a Marico or a Blue Dart or a company like Glenmark. Glenmark was 80 crores in 99-2000. Today it's 11,000 crore company. Or Mahindra's. The Scorpio, they say, effectively transformed the fortunes of Mahindra as a group. And most of the people who were brought in to run the Scorpio, Mahindra Auto at that time, were put in by us.
How much strong is your brand?
So our brand is very strong. I guess it's built over 38 years, and there's a lot of credibility and standing because our success has essentially based on the success of the people who we have placed within these organizations, and most of them have performed exceedingly well. So if you look at some of the stars that we have put in, they include companies like Sanjeev Chadda, who went on to handle 96 countries for Pepsi globally, or Sanjeev Mehta, who is the current managing director of Hindustan Unilever.
How do you look at the opportunities?
The opportunity? See, people will always make the most significant difference to any business. And if you can get the right people people in place, you give the business the greatest chance of succeeding and doing exceedingly well.
What would you like to highlight about your team?
So our team, as I said, are a team of entrepreneurs. They actually spend a lot of time trying to understand everything that one needs to understand about the organization. As I said, its culture, its structure, what are its business issues, what are the job-related issues, and then reach out to the people who matter and try and find out everything that we need to know about the individuals, their strengths, their achievements, how they can add value to the organization. And we make those assessments, and once we find a good fit, then we work with both the company and the individual to make the whole thing work out exceedingly well. Not only our job doesn't really end in terms of making a placement, but we also regularly follow up with them to iron out any small minor issues that might come up once the person also gets into the organization.
Who are your blue chip clients?
We've got the bluest of blue chip companies. So we work with the Tatas, we work with the Birlas, we work with some of the top FMCG companies like Pepsi and Coke and Dabur and Marico. But also the whole new age. Now with my 3 children having come into the business, 2 of them did their undergrad, MBA from Boston. My eldest son was at Alabama, Michigan, and then went to London Business School, came back. So they are tapping into the newer generation companies and bringing them into the organization client base.
How do you foresee the future of your company?
So we are in business, and the big advantage that we have is, we are in a business which allows us to understand organizations exceedingly well on a consistent basis, which by itself throws up a lot of opportunities within the sector. So we have sort of reinvented ourselves from being an executive search firm into being an HR solutions company, because now besides executive search, we have a selection business, we have a technology, HR technology practice, we have a staffing practice, and, which is fairly large. We've got almost about 40,000 people in the staffing company. We have a HR technology practice where we have over 450 clients, besides of course our search business. So going forward, what we are going to do is consolidate ourselves into various areas in the HR space. Because my 3 children come with a very strong finance and investment banking business, so we need to recalibrate and see what are the other opportunities that we can get into, which also utilizes those strengths and the opportunities that can spill off from what we do.
Any other important point you would like to share?
Yeah, so as I said, now with my 3 children coming in, the organization has an opportunity to recreate, reinvent itself. So we were the first people to have gone into the executive search way back in June '81. And of course, I guess the business was doing well with that. My 3 children who gave up great jobs at working in investment banking with Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, choosing to come back. And that I think has been one of the best things that has happened, because it allows the organization to take a very significant step forward. We've opened our offices now in Singapore, and we've opened an office in New York. And the whole idea would be to take our business into new geographies, new locations, and new ways.
Thank you.
I don't know.